Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Newell. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the latest and greatest from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Today's no different. Today we're back to talk about Lisa Rinna addressing the alleged $5 million that was given to her by Erika for her makeup line. She's putting a stop to those rumors, and she's also talking about her relationship with Garcelle and where she stands with Erika today. Before we jump into it, you know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. And now, let's hit that intro.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we know that after last week's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, technically it's still this week, but we saw Lisa Rinna make an appearance on Watch What Happens Live. Now, she was asked a lot of questions when it comes to her time on the show, Denise Richards, Garcelle, and of course, Erika Girardi. And she was also asked about this meeting that we saw that Sutton called in this past week's episode. Now, something that she said here doesn't make sense to me, and I like to just kind of break this stuff down, but she's alleging that she had no idea that Erika wasn't going to be at this meeting. However, when the rest of the women read the text message on this group thread, it seemed like it was very clear that Sutton was calling a meeting without Erika coming to it. And Lisa didn't act like in this scene that it was going to be, you know, a situation where Erika would be there. I don't know. This doesn't make sense. It's not adding up for me, okay? It's not adding up, and I need some coffee, but it's not adding up, all right? This is what Lisa said. To be honest with you, I didn't know that Erika wasn't going to be there when I was asked to come. She also added that she's going to have a lot to say about that in the episodes that are coming up. All right. Maybe then we'll be able to understand a little bit more, because as of right now, we absolutely do not. Okay, let's keep it moving. Everyone has been wanting to know, why has Lisa Rinna been more supportive of Erika as opposed to Denise Richards, and how often does she actually talk to Erika Girardi? And she said, I talk to Erika when Erika, wants to talk. She said, let's put it this way. I'm closer to Erika than I am with anybody else in the circle. She can't really put a time frame on when she's had these conversations. It sounds like she's being very clever in a way, not to give too much information as to when, where, how she's communicating with Erika Girardi. But she said, I can't put a time frame on it. And she said that she's way closer with Erika than she ever was with Denise Richards, and that's her truth. But of course, she continued. She said, I think that needs to be said. I think that's important news. I know that everybody thinks that Denise and I were close. However, we were acquaintances, much like I am with Garcelle. She did say that she's known them for years, but she kind of labeled them as party friends. She's like, you see these friends at parties you're not very close to, you see them in passing and you're like, hey, good to see you, but there's really not a whole lot of depth to those relationships. However, over the past 6 years, in 6 seasons, she said she's had the opportunity to get to know Erika a lot more, and she's much closer to Erika than she is with any of the other women. Again, she said that that's important for us to know. Of course, Lisa Rinna was asked about the rumor that started kind of going wild. Everyone was putting out this rumor, which she's calling a terrible rumor, that Erika Girardi invested $5 million into Lisa Rinna's makeup line. Now, she's saying that is not true. I did not receive any sort of money. I would never borrow money from a friend. And I think it's important for everybody to know that that is just a terrible rumor. She wants to put a stop to it right now. She said, like a lot of companies, she has a business partner. That's how she's doing her business. At the end of the day, again, she's cleared the fact that her and Erika, there was no exchange of money. Erika didn't invest in Rinna Beauty. Let's just make that clear. That's good to know, though. I'm glad she cleared that up, because if that's true, then that obviously is a very terrible rumor. And, that could potentially get her in a lot of trouble, especially because people were claiming that Erika was transferring money to Lisa Rinna for her business, and some fans were even wondering, is that a way to hide money? It was just bad. And now all of a sudden Lisa Rinna and her new makeup line, they're lumped into all of this madness that's going on. It's probably part of the reason that Sutton didn't want to be a part of it, because she's like, I don't want to be dragged into this. And look, that's exactly what just happened to Lisa Rinna. She was dragged into it and she had to clear the rumor. That's important, like she said, to clear that up. She also wanted to address the fact that, you know, Garcelle is claiming that she throws darts at her friends, that Lisa Rinna is probably not the best friend, especially on the show. And she wanted us to know that, no, I don't. Garcelle does, and she does it for different reasons than I do it. I think she's claiming the fact that Garcelle was on Watch What Happens Live, and she said that Denise Richards wanted to come back to the show, but only if one cast member was no longer a part of the show. And even though Denise Richards said, I didn't put any stipulations onto coming back to the show, I think Denise would want to come back, address Lisa Rinna. I feel like she's had a moment to take a break. However, with the way that she broke the fourth wall numerous times and how much of a hard time she gave production, with Bravo, Bravo, King Bravo, I don't think that they would ever really invite her back. She was also in breach of contract because she signed a $4 million deal for 4 seasons. She only completed 2 of those seasons. So we have no idea how much money she actually received from that. If she had to pay any money back, we don't know any of that. She did claim, though, after she reposted the clip of Garcelle talking about that on Watch What Happens Live, that Garcelle reached out to her and she was like, you know, let's work this out. Let's try to get together. Let's make it nice, so to speak, especially because that's this week's merch. Let's make it nice. And she said that she was point blank period, just calling Garcelle to the mat. There are a few other things going on in Lisa Rinna's world, though, as of right now. Her daughter, Delilah, has announced that she is going to take a break to focus on her health because things got scary at one point. She was trying to let us know that, you know, on social media, I put myself out there and it looks like I'm okay, but you guys don't really know with what I'm suffering with, you know, behind the scenes. She said, I'm not perfect at all. And I think it's important for everyone to know that. Honestly, her daughter taking a break, I couldn't even imagine what it would be like to be in this sort of spotlight. Not saying that these different models, reality TV stars, actresses, it's not like they're not asking for it because it's a part of the job. However, I'm sure that it could very easily weigh on your mental health. And I think it's important. I think it's important to take a break. You know, she posted on Instagram that she was taking this break. And then there were a few cards with flowers saying, you know, get well soon to Delilah. And Delilah noted that, you know, it's starting to get a bit scary. So if you don't see me on social media, if she doesn't meet her deadlines, if she's not posting, if she doesn't respond to messages, this is why. She's taking a step back. All right. We wish her all the best because you don't want to see anybody go through that. I know everybody has their own struggles, but at the end of the day, even though some people might think that Lisa Rinna or have a lot of opinions about Lisa Rinna, because that's for damn sure, you don't want to see anyone's family suffer. And I think we can all agree to that. Now with that, guys, I want to know what you think. What are your feelings on Lisa Rinna commenting on, you know, the $5 million rumor that she's pretty much claiming was total bullshit? I think it's important that she cleared that up. And how do you feel about her defending her relationship with Erika, saying she's closer to her than anybody else in their circle? Seems like she had a lot to say on Watch What Happens Live, but now I just want to hear your opinions. So if you haven't already, go ahead and comment below. But before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that, I promise I'll never wear my very Florida shirt ever again. Sorry, guys, I'm going snorkeling today. I know I said that in a different video, but I just wanted to make it known this shirt will not be back. Bye, guys. Happy Sunday.